Jonathan, Sunderland's at home on Sunday, final home game of the season. How important is it for you to end the season at home on a win?
Yeah, we definitely want to give the Bramall Lane faithful a victory this Sunday, and I think obviously we've been very close on a couple of occasions now, and we've just not quite got over the line. And I think we've been in some good form over the last 3 or 4 games. Like I said, picking up 2 wins now on the bounce, and we want to just make sure that we take that momentum into the Sunderland game. And whilst we are safe, whilst we are a championship team for another year, we're not going to rest on our laurels. We want to build now and build for next season.
You mentioned since the last home game, there's been 2 wins on the road and championship safety secured. Are you encouraged by those displays? Do you think maybe now pressure's off a little bit, the girls will be able to play with a bit more freedom on Sunday?
Definitely, I think the back-to-back wins. Obviously, the Bristol win was fantastic for the girls, and it shows that they can compete with the very best in the league. I think the Coventry win for us was more about showing that yes, we deserve to be out of the Championship relegation fight now, and I think we really showed our quality against them as well. But I think what that's allowed the girls to feel is positive. It's allowed them to feel that they are a good team. The momentum's there with them now, and I think that little bit of lack of pressure going into the Sunderland game will be key for us to show what we can do and just play with a bit more creative freedom.
And it's going to be Sunderland at home. You've already faced Sunderland here with your time at Sheffield United. I know that you feel we should have won that game, but it ended up being a 1-1 draw. What can you expect from them? You know, what might you take from that game and maybe change this time around, or not change?
No, I think obviously we were very unlucky against Sunderland. We should have won with the chances and the type of chances we created. But that being said, like full credit to them, they dug deep and they stayed in the game. And at the end of the day, the stats show it was a 1-1 draw. So, and that's all that matters. I think we want to go out and have that similar performance, but just try and convert more of our chances naturally. And I think that with Sunderland, we know we're going to get a resolute, dogged team that we're going to play against. They're going to be up for it themselves coming into Bramall Lane, and obviously they want to pick up points to finish above us in the league. So I think obviously if we do win, I think that means that they can't overtake us for the last game of the season, and that's something we want to make sure that we get right on Sunday. So, but that being said, Sunderland are going to come in. They're going to fight against us. They're going to be hard. They're going to be aggressive, and we just need to make sure we match that. And hopefully the football will then do the rest of the talking.
Does pride then come into it quite a lot? You said about sort of proving with the game at Coventry that you were better than being relegated. Then finishing above Sunderland hopefully would be another positive. Is that really what it's about now? Just proving how good we are and where we can set as a platform for next season.
100%. It's been a disappointing season. Let's not hide away from that. We know we wanted to finish higher up the league this season, and I think the last part of the season we've done phenomenally well. We've shown some consistency, and we've been playing some very good football. But now for the girls, it is about the pride to show that, right, look, yes, we did the hard job. We're not relegated, but let's just keep our pride up there, keep it high, and show the Bramall Lane faithful that we can play some very good and attractive football, and to keep them coming next season. And that for me is the most important aspect of what Sunday's there for.
And as well as that, obviously, as much as pride does come into it, being able to now maybe look ahead a little bit and maybe sort of start playing the way you want to play next season, or off the field make plans for next campaign. Was it nice to get survival secured with a few games to go rather than letting it go down to the wire?
Yeah, I think it was nice that we got survival based on us winning first and foremost. I think it made it so much more sweeter that we went and beat top of the table, and that kept our status. It does allow us obviously to look forward to next season, and it allows me to start to think and to subtly start to implement different ideas for next year. Obviously, how everything looks next season, we will see in pre-season. But we know now that we've got a few little things that we have tweaked, a few different ideas that we are bringing forward to the girls, and I think now we just want to try and build on that for next year.
And maybe when you came in, there was probably areas at both ends of the pitch that needed to be improved, conceding too many goals and not scoring enough. To have bagged quite a few in the last few games and kept back-to-back clean sheets. How impressed have you been with those improvements? All right across the pitch so far.
Yeah, it's been brilliant. I think what's been really interesting, if you look at our goal difference compared to a number of the teams in and around us and above us, like we're actually got a better goal difference in I think half the league, which is a testament to the girls, not just now but for the whole season. So even before my time coming in, I think one thing I've been pleased with is that we've started to score more consistently in games. We're actually picking up 1 or 2 goals a game at the minute, which is brilliant. Whereas before, I think we were struggling to convert chances or even create chances. So I think that tweak in the style has obviously allowed our attackers to get a lot more joy going forward. I think it's been very, very pleasing, not just for me, but for the staff and the players, because it's injecting a lot more joy into the game that they're creating chances, and that also builds momentum within the game, and it also builds confidence that we are getting in behind teams. So we'll continue with that on Sunday, and hopefully we can score a few goals.
Scored a couple last time at Bramall Lane. Unfortunately, it was another defeat. Are you keen to make sure that the really impressive away form is now translated to Bramall Lane, like you said, to give the fans and the loyal fan base there something to cheer about and that encouragement to come back next season, like you say?
Yeah, I think I was looking at the home and away form today, funny enough, and I think we're 2nd or 3rd in the away form for the last 5 games, and I think we're 8th, in the home form. So that is a real clear indicator of where we need to fix up for next season. I think what it has shown though is that our away form shows that we have a lot of resilience, that we can go to tough places and be competitive and bring points home. I think we just need to maybe transfer that mentality a little bit more over to the home games. But for me, it gives us a lot of hope that we can make that our super strength, and we just need to pick up those points again now at home next season, starting with obviously Sunderland tomorrow for this season's game. But I just think that for whatever reason at the minute we're showing a lot more composure away from home, but let's hope that the fans can sort of push us that one step further tomorrow.
Maybe encourage a few more fans to get on their travels as well and follow the team away from home.
Yeah, I mean, that would be great, to be fair. I mean, I do know that it was very silent when we scored against Bristol, so I think all you heard was our bench cheering and there was nobody else. But no, I think obviously it'll be great to see fans at home and away, and obviously the more support we get and the more spectators that come to games is only great, not just for us but for the women's game. So I think that we are doing enough to show that we are a attractive style of play now, and obviously come down on Sunday and hopefully we'll show that again.
Now, in the last few games, this is before survival was secured as well, you've been given a lot of opportunities to few of the younger players. Now, you've said yourself, again, this isn't something new, this is something that Sheffield United have done for years, but yourself, how pleased are you to see that there is that pathway that you can draw upon, and also that you can play a big part in developing these young players, and then how impressed have you been with the performances they've been showing?
Yeah, I mean, funny enough, I've just had a meeting with Ash regarding the youngsters and how they've done this season, and the one thing I was saying to him is how great the pathway's been, and also a massive testament to him that he's actually producing girls that I've had the confidence in to bring in quite quickly. Obviously, I'm a very pro-youth coach, always have been, and that won't change with me, because I think that the old saying is like, obviously, you need experience to play. You only get experience by playing, and if you're good enough, you're old enough, and I really do believe in that cliche. But what's been really pleasing is like the likes of Molly Graham, she came in against the Bristol game, and Chaz Doherty both came through the ranks here, and they got a clean sheet, which no one would have, I don't think anyone would have expected. I don't think even Bristol even realised the changes been made and who they were, if I'm honest. Ruby Clark, she's come on, and I think she's got a fantastic future ahead of herself with the likes of Shanae, and even Tamara's, like they're really working hard in training. So all these youngsters coming through is a joy for me. My job now is to keep them grounded, keep giving them opportunities, but not let them lose sight of the bigger picture and the bigger goals for themselves, and hopefully make them just a little bit more consistent for next season.
And then just finally, you've kind of covered it a little bit already, but with one final home game this season to go, it's going to be a while before fans can cheer on the team in Sheffield again. What would be a message? Come on down, cheer on the team. I say the men have got a game on Wembley on Saturday, but if you're either not travelling down or you can get back in time, absolutely come and cheer on the girls. Yeah.
100%. Like, come down. It'll be hopefully a lovely spring day. The weather should be great, and I think it's our final home game of the season. If you've not come down before, come and get a taste of what we can do for next season as well. So the more of you that comes down, the better for us. You are our 12th person out there, so let's utilise you guys and hear your loud cheers for the end of the season.